an infinite slab of thickness d has a uniform current density directed out of the plane. A very long straight wire parallel to the y-axis is suspended at a distance r above the top surface of the plane, and the wire carrying a current I is directed into the plane of the figure. What is the direction of the force that acts on the wire? Well, we know by symmetry the magnetic field at the center of the infinite slab is 0, so if we take an Amperian loop through the middle of the slab, we'd have a uniform magnetic field distributed on the top of the surface. So this is obtained by pointing your thumb in the minus j direction out of the plane, which is the direction that the current in the slab is flowing, and then curl your fingers in the direction of the magnetic field. So essentially, because it's an infinite slab, the magnetic field is uniform above the slab. And recall the magnetic force that's acting on a wire is the integral of the current by the vector in the direction of the current cross a magnetic field. So because the current in a wire is going into the screen, then by the right hand rule, the direction of the force acting on this wire points upwards, so in the positive k direction. And now let's go to part B. What is the magnitude of the force per unit length that acts on the wire? And assume that the uniform current density in the slab is not modified by the current in the wire. So recall our current density that's given in the problem is minus j in the j direction. So essentially, the vector points out of the plane, and then using Ampere's law, which is the line integral of the magnetic field around the closed loop, is equal to the magnetic permeability by the enclosed current in the loop, then what we get is a magnetic field by the length of this edge of the surface is equal to mu naught by the enclosed current, which is the current density, multiplied by this area that the current is flowing through inside that surface. So that would be J by L by D on 2. And the L's cancel, so that gives the magnitude of the magnetic field, and therefore the magnitude of the magnetic force is simply the current by the length vector in the direction of the current, because the magnetic field is uniform above the slab and the current is constant. So we have that length of that wire, and multiply by the magnetic field being mu naught by J by D on 2. So the force per unit length is obtained by dividing through by the length, or differentiating the expression with respect to length. So that gives mu naught by I by J by D on 2. And now we'll go to part C, where the wire is replaced by a particle with a positive charge that's initially travelling parallel to the direction of the uniform current density. So here we're looking at the slab from the side where the current is flowing. So in this case, the x direction goes into the plane, and the particles at a distance r from the top surface of the slab. What is the direction and magnitude of the force that's acting on a charged particle? Well, using the right hand rule, so pointing your thumb in the direction of the current and curling your fingers in the direction of the magnetic field acts in the minus I direction in this case. So the magnetic force acting on a charge is the charge by the velocity cross a magnetic field. So by the right hand rule, the magnetic force acts downwards in the minus k direction. And recall the magnitude of the magnetic field due to the infinite slab is the magnetic permeability by the current density by half the depth of the slab, and using that we can determine the magnitude of the magnetic force. So that would be Q by V by mu naught JD on 2. And in part D, what would the trajectory of the particle look like as a function of time? Assuming it has a mass m, what is the magnitude of the current density required in order for that trajectory of the charged particle just grazes the top of the slab? So let's draw in our slab, and we had our particle, which is travelling at a velocity in this direction, and we saw that our magnetic force acts in this direction. So the trajectory is going to be circular, and the particle was at a distance of r above the slab, so the magnetic force that's acting on the particle is the mass of the particle by the centripetal acceleration. And then cancelling out the velocity, we can do some algebra and solve for the magnitude of the current density.